So, Steve, so nice to have you here.
Likewise, good to be here.
At our Floating Nifty podcast. You have been a very long-term customer here and a friend. And of course, I cannot remember the time, and you will
It's like 10 years.
10 years?
Yeah, 10 years in February. 10 years last February.
Wow.
Yeah,
you
maybe
see?
the 25th.
February.
25th, 26th, yeah.
Wow.
What was the first tea you ever bought here?
Dong Ding.
Fragrant.
Yeah, Dong Ding Fragrant. And then Baozhang.
Yeah. That one I remember because he said it like 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then slowly you just kind of
Move my way up.
Yeah, move your way, and I won't say way up though. Way sideways.
Yeah, out.
And also today you are the first podcast guest that actually requested tea.
Oh.
Excellent, because before after this kind of a video format, when a guest come in, I always ask, do you have anything in mind? They always say, no, you choose. So, okay.
That's what I originally said, but I changed.
So today you request the Sun Solstice tea.
Yay.
Good choice. And we'll follow up with some other really good teas. So you never tried this tea?
No.
Oh.
No.
This is actually a second batch
Oh, okay.
of Sun Solstice tea. Yeah.
Did you try it back when it was lightly roasted? Back like a year ago?
I don't remember, truthfully.
So there was we used to call it noon-picked alisan when
Then
we
I have
first
tried
got
it,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which was
Mistake,
my
yeah.
mistake.
Interesting, okay.
Because 午时 means noon time.
Noon time, and I always assume it's a noon-pick tea. Because
Oh,
noon
okay, so I
pick
have
tea,
had that, okay.
Yeah, noon pick tea in Taiwan. But the thing is, what happened is he did give me a noon pick tea before.
Which is 午班.
And I was like,
So the same 午.
yeah, 午 means noon. And I was like, teacher, what is 午班 tea? He's like, pick a noon. I said, oh, that totally makes sense. And then, because I read somewhere, when you pick tea at around, like after 10 o'clock, the dew on the leaves already naturally evaporate.
Okay.
And it's like one of the best moments to pick tea. However, there are not a lot of teas being picked this way because pickers like to make a little bit more money that day. They start when the sun come out. But let's say they start at 7 a.m. The sun already comes out. The dew is still on the leaves.
Oh, okay.
And then the result of the tea is gonna
Heavier.
be it's different. The fragrance and body.
I actually experienced that when I was in the High Mountain Tea Farm this last time I was in Taiwan. They separated it because I was there from the first time they started picking, so I got to taste as it was kind of coming out.
Okay.
And there were kind of like 3 separate batches. One that came in like at 8:30 or 9, one that came in like at 1 p.m. and one that came in a little bit later, and they all tasted really different.
Wow.
And the worst one was the last one. They didn't include it with the rest of the tea because it had rained on the tea. So when the leaves are wet, it makes it almost impossible to get them to be dry enough
Sure.
to work with. But the same thing if it has dew on it, just in a more minor way, it's hard to get the tea to be as clean. And then the one that came in like at 1 p.m. Was this really clear almondy, powdery kind of scent, kind of like the smooth water baozhong, that
Sure,
really
yeah.
clean, competition-winning kind of fragrance.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, that was my mistake. I just like, 50 午班 all sounds like noon tea, and so I assume this one was like noon peak tea as well, and and then later slowly I read somewhere that no, 午时茶 is actually summer solstice tea. I was like, no way.
Close. That smells wonderful.
Because there was there's always a saying say, oh, the best Taiwanese tea is spring and winter time.
Yeah.
And then like summer is the worst, right? And I always remember it that way. I always tell people that way. And nowadays, since I got into tea so long, I just have to remember to always break the kind of a concept of tea, like, oh, I don't like that tea. I don't like certain teas because they are not my type of tea. Oh, summer tea is not as good. Not this one.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
This one is excellent.
Soft. Yeah, it's lovely.
Very rich.
Do you remember the
Soft salivation.
the so-called noon-picked Lalashan a little bit?
Kind of.
It was a fragrant high mountain feeling
yeah.
tea. And this is just 5 roasts in about a year later.
Yeah.
Warm.
Yeah, there's a warmth in this tea.
Yeah.
So it's not just a random summer tea they pick in a very special day. It's actually a Chinese summer solstice, which is
Okay.
different from
June 21st.
it's our
It's called the Dragon Boat Festival.
I don't even remember which day.
It's
Sorry,
in,
people.
it's in Chinese May, though.
Chinese May.
The,
okay.
the fifth month of the lunar calendar.
Yeah, and then we call it Dragon Ball Festival. It's in that day, and then that day is supposed to be that the sun energy is the strongest.
Okay.
And there are actually wonderful rituals that people do on that day. They will have a, like, for example, clean pot of water, and then they will set it outside. Hopefully the day is sunny to absorb sun energy.
So they put it under the sun at noontime and then take the water
Okay.
in.
And then drink the water or brew tea with it?
Yeah, both.
Even like if they got enough, they will shower with it.
Wow.
With to cleanse or like clean up the house a little bit to like bring in the most maximum wonderful sun energy
And you know
into
how we
the
learned about
body.
this? Is because Sunny was doing that.
Yeah.
I was there during Dragon Boat Festival this
Oh,
year.
really?
And
Yeah.
Sunny was doing all this stuff. I was like, oh, she's like talking about wushi. I'm like, is this the wushi, that same tea? And then we drank the wushi tea with the wushi water.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so later I saw a post from Mr. Lai on WeChat. He was drinking
Huh.
50 tea with 50 water.
Is WeChat like Instagram or something?
Yeah.
Something like that.
And Mr. Lai's on there?
So they can post stories. So sometimes his
Oh,
story
okay.
will show up, and then I can see what he's saying and stuff.
Oh,
and try to
interesting.
learn a little bit from his writing and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was just like more very intrigued by wonderful rituals behind this day. So I
Yeah,
did
that's
that too.
cool.
I collect the water too.
Oh, cool.
I have a bottle of
How'd
water.
it come out?
I don't know. I didn't. I only do a little bit, but I only collect the water. They say
Okay.
it won't go bad for the whole year. Just set it at your house for the whole year. Anyways, get back to the tea.
Yeah.
Also, emotionally, I have a very, maybe not attachment, but a very warm feeling about this exact tea. It's because teacher actually gifted me 2 bags of the original tea before he roasted it. And I believe it was maybe about July or August they sent in the tea, and in 2020, and so there was the time that I remember in February and March we kind of just started the lockdown, and so emotionally it was very intense for me personally, for the shop, and for everybody.
Oh, and that's the tea he sent you? I remember that. Okay.
Yeah, he sent me that tea, and I was very touched, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, the tea itself, the gesture. He said, I want the tea to give you good energy or something like that, and or to make you feel better and stuff. And wonderfully, when we tried the first time that tea arrived, we brewed the tea, and I don't know if Noah remember. I said I saw sun sprinkles, like.
Nice.
I was like hallucinating.
Yeah.
And just felt really good, And then so 1 year afterwards, this tea showed up again, and it's like heavily roasted. I was like, yeah, that's awesome. Just to maybe people can feel the sun energy and feel the wonderful meaning behind it, So I love this tea for that almost emotional reason. Yeah. And since right in the beginning, I saw the sun sprinkles. For me, it's like a lot of joy and happiness with this tea. So, but the sprinkle only show up once.
That's good.
I would like to see it again.
This doesn't feel like a sprinkly tea anymore, though.
No, that's the thing. I only saw it in the light one. But this tea kind of also because of the incident, it teach me not just life, like sometimes it does only show up one time. And even in tea brewing, like that exceptional, this tea, the exceptional part of tea might only show up one time.
Yep. And you keep chasing it.
And I sometimes always ask myself, like, do I chase it or do I not chase it?
Let it go.
It's hard though.
Yep.
Right? When you have a wonderful session with certainty, don't you want to let it show up again? Yeah, very hard. Whew,
Thank you.
Really comes out. So now we are drinking sun solstice tea.
Very nice.
Very rich and yet soft.
Very
and there's
soft.
like softness about this tea, and then there's that breath just like really concretely sitting in the mouth. It just and there's a warm
Yeah, I'm
feeling.
feeling it right now.
Like
On my chest, yeah.
really warm, right? There's like a heat inside. Like you will radiate inside of the body, and it feels hot actually. I love the moment when people can feel that,
Yeah.
and it's not even like let's talk about this wonderful tea energy and stuff. No, it's just that moment and that there's a very interesting heat sensation show up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and And let me see. Oh, Johnny Boy came in to talk about the podcast with us, that arrange the time and stuff. And we were actually drinking this tea.
Mm-hmm.
And then he didn't know what it is. And I brewed him a cup, and he took a sip, and he just like, it's hot. It's really warm. And so it's really wonderful. He also, at that moment, he just sensed it.
It's
Yeah.
good for this cold day too.
Yeah, totally. So I can already see we are gonna drink plenty of this tea.
Yeah. It feels good in the throat too.
Yeah. And salivation, and just that very specific warming sensation, that heat from inside. And I don't think it's just because it's a roasted tea, because our A roast don't have a different
feel, yeah.
Yeah, like it doesn't have that kind of like, oh wow, the heat is coming to my face now with this sun solstice tea.
Yeah, when we had this tea when it was more green, I always felt like it had like a warmth to it that most High Mountain Oolong doesn't have, because High Mountain Oolong is generally kind of cool feeling, right?
Sure.
Like refreshing. But I tasted it with Teacher a couple times, and then I decided to buy everything that he had and brought it back to where I was staying. And then there was one day I was drinking it, and it was still like in the middle of early summer, so it was warm outside, but I had this feeling like being in a big dark cedar room, and there's a fire in the middle of the room,
Like a sauna?
like kind of like a sauna, yeah, and like but like it felt like it's cold outside, but it's warm inside.
Yeah.
And like the feeling of the kind of flickering fire on the
Yeah.
walls. So like this kind of like, I had this kind of vision of like more contained heat in the winter time, you know, something like that.
Yeah, because this heat feels it's warm and dry. It's a dry heat and then sometimes it will send it like upwards to my face, like kind of dry heat. The sauna heat, maybe some years ago, 3 years ago, we had a Shui. Remember, I
the
say
Lalashan?
the Lalashan.
Yeah.
I say it's a sauna tea.
Yeah, yeah.
Sauna tea. Those are wet, kind of a wet
Like steam.
I know what you're talking about, yeah.
feeling. Yeah, very comfortable.
Thank you.
I can smell the fire, the
Yeah.
charcoal, right? Yeah, but there's like sweetness underneath the charcoal fire. Tea roasting is exceptional. Art.
Yes. So it's an Lalashan tea?
Lalashan,
Yeah.
yeah.
Lovely.
And it's the more we are doing this, I was not even like involved with the first try in too much of charcoal roasting tea.
Oh yeah, so maybe we should talk about that a little, because we didn't say that when it was recording. That I started roasting charcoal
Yeah.
tea.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, yeah.
And only 2 days, you almost become like a zombie.
Because I wasn't
eat.
sleeping, you know, I
Yeah,
was
Oh,
just
yeah,
stay up all
yeah.
night.
You are not sleeping. You just have to like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, or 45 minutes.
And for how long?
Well, this time so trying to figure it out, right? So I'm using I was using a charcoal from Missouri, like more like barbecue charcoal,
Wow.
and it's great for barbecue, but it doesn't work for tea. It just burns too fast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
And are you roasting a dongding right now?
I practiced on some dongding. I practiced on some
Hong Shui.
Hong Shui. Yeah. But
Wow.
there's like one thing is controlling the temperature, right? You have to have the right temperature for the right tea. You don't want to burn the tea or like not enough fire so that it feels like it's kind of like stuck, you know?
Okay.
But it's more than just that, because I was starting to figure out like what temperature works for what teas
Mm-hmm.
a little bit. But it's also matching the character of the fire, the character of that specific fire and how you lit it and how the charcoal is burning, with the character of the specific tea.
Wow.
Yeah,
And
it's
that's
crazy.
what's really hard,
Yeah.
and that's what teacher is
Yeah.
so good at. And
Experience.
drinking
years.
his tea like that's been roasted 6 times like this.
This tea 6 times?
6 times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wow.
it's
Yeah.
beautiful. It's not like
No,
roasty,
it's not aggressive
roasty
at all.
tea.
Yeah.
He doesn't do like kind of like super roasty macho-y tea. His tea can be very macho, but in a very different way.
Yeah.
In a more like a personality way. Yeah.
And it's hard to get that to come across, like not make the tea kind of like agitated, you know.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a real-
crazy.
it's
And
a high
also
skill.
physically it's really hard.
Yeah, my back hurts like so freaking bad
Just
right
doing
now.
the-
Yeah.
Yeah.
From over and over again and not
And then
sleeping.
not sleeping. So can you imagine
It's worth it in the long run.
Yeah.
yeah, can you imagine in Taiwan actually when they light the charcoal it's like 10 days.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then sometimes they have like 20 baskets that they're working on all at the same time.
Really?
So they're just like, go shoop, go shoop, go to the next one, shoop, and then they can do it really fast. But it's like still hard work, man.
Yeah.
Really hard.
And then the tea processing people, you know, also really hard, you know, picking to finish.
Sure.
Pick 3 days, nobody's sleeping. And it's like physically also like you have to deal with like really heavy stuff. Yeah. And so the more we are doing this, the more we are like,
Thank you.
Yeah.
seriously, thank you.
Good job.
With this tea, what's crazy is it's like so dark and warm feeling from the roast,
Yeah.
but it retains like a
The high mountain softness.
Yeah.
That pretty thing.
Yeah.
I think you should just do a episode of you.
talking about roasting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, totally.
Yeah. And then camera on you.
I told you, I thought about using, because we don't have any more cameras, both of our cell phones, and then this camera for the tea. But I thought about using the iPad, so I set it up one day, but all you can see is my nose hair. So I decided not to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when you are talking and without your face,
I know.
it's like
I know.
you might as well just do one session. I think people would love to hear. Yeah.
How about the roasting?
Oh yeah,
Definitely.
totally. And
I
then
would.
when we know what kind of charcoal to get and feel more familiar with the whole process, Jake said he will come up
Awesome.
to
Take some photos and stuff.
photos. Or
Can you
maybe
order charcoal from Taiwan?
They won't ship it. Post office wouldn't ship it.
Is it a hazard?
Yeah.
It's
Charcoal?
like- yeah.
Which is weird. I mean, it's like
Well,
it's like a mistake. People just don't understand
Okay.
that are in charge of the
I think it's gonna
regulations.
ignite or something. Or?
Yeah, but it's not any more likely to ignite than
It's-
like a book or something like that, you know.
Yeah.
right.
It's
You
hard
know,
to light
like-
that charcoal. It takes a long time.
Right?
I was doing the what is that? Just use charcoal to brew tea.
Yeah. Oh my god. Use a torch.
It takes so
For a
long, like an
long
hour.
time.
Just like hitting with a torch for like 45 minutes or an hour.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's like whole charcoal, like
Yeah,
this
like a
long
brick.
and stick,
Yeah.
and then we light 5 of them. It take a long time, and I was determined that I was
Wow.
like, I don't want to give up this time. I want to drink my charcoal tea.
Does the Missouri stuff heat up quicker?
Yeah, it heats up a lot quicker,
Yeah,
but it's not as dense.
Sure.
Like this isn't what they use for.
Oh my god.
you
Here,
see
look at
how
your hands
hard
black.
that
It looks
is,
like a bone.
Yeah, it's like
See?
it sounds like glass,
Wow.
right?
Wow, that's
and
bizarre.
some are even more dense than that. The tea brewing teacher have one, and he used it like those.
Oh yeah, he just goes around and around and around as like a bead, like prayer beads.
Prayer beads. It was so beautiful. It was like shiny and soft and smooth, and it's a piece of charcoal. And he just wanted to tell me, he said charcoal is very important to me in his art. I just don't think it's like really like flammable, because it took me like a whole freaking hour with my hand freezing up in the middle of the air, and I was like lighting them with like big fire.
What do they light them with in Taiwan?
Torch.
Same thing.
Torch, but their torch is like pretty
bigger.
Nice one, and also they light it on a stove. We all have gas stove in Taiwan, and then the fire is really and they just leave it on there.
That's what we do for smoking fish, but yeah.
But here, well, first we don't have the gas stove, and even if home has one,
the fire's too small. It's like wok cooking, there's a bigger fire.
Yeah. Those kind of fire, man. Yeah, you can light those charcoal in a shorter period of time.
Still takes a long time, though.
Yeah, actually.
Because it's so dense.
Like when we prep a session in Wisteria to do the tea brewing session with the teacher, it always take the staff a long time. I'm always very grateful to the staff. Not sure how much they like those sessions.
Is Wisteria still open?
I would assume so.
Yeah.
The boss lady actually just opened one in
Paris or something?
Yeah.
So they did open.
Yeah, it looks really nice from the photos.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it looks
I'll Google
really. Yeah. Try to find it. It looks really nice. I hope she will be very, very successful there.
Why did they choose Paris? Do you know?
Art. Their feeling. She loves their feeling. She's very into art stuff. Yeah.
Oh, the aroma's changed.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's so cool.
Today is very soft and very satisfying tea.
A little more movement going on now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's lovely.
Good, huh?
Yeah.
Maybe today we'll continue the theme of teas. I normally don't think they are very good.
Ah.
How about that?
Are there a lot of teas that fit in that category?
Yeah. Well, if I can find the material, then I'll just like change my mind,
So the first one was summer tea.
Yeah, summer tea, cheap tea.
Oh,
right?
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, cheap tea, normally not very good, but seriously depends on who pick it and who make it and who roast it and who produce it, I think, I think at any moment, sure, I do believe weather does play a very important part, but in a lot of moments, it's the people who make the tea really can make some magic. Just like I would say, I mean, you are a chef. It's the same thing, right? A cabbage. It can be not kind of like lightly season it and eat it, and they say that stinky cabbage thingy, or you can cook it and stir fry it and make it into a very delicious edible cabbage. And obviously, there's a cabbage dish that I actually watch on YouTube. I was like, never mind.
Sauerkraut or?
No,
Which one was that?
Chinese dish that it took them like, I don't know, like
what is that called? Bai Shui.
something like Haiyang Bai Cai or something. And I was so excited when I saw that video, like just the image of cabbage.
Should be really easy, right?
Because I've been watching the same series of videos and try to learn cooking, but like a lot of meat involved and also deep frying first and then do some sauce and then like very elaborate sometimes for my cooking. I was like, cabbage. I want to learn some vegetable dishes too. This one looked very vegetarian even to me.
It just like looks like a couple of whole Chinese like napa
Very
cabbages.
Beautiful, beautiful, and with little dots of what is that red thingy? Goji berry, I think, and just very beautiful.
But it looks simple, right? It looks just like some cabbages
Yeah.
and some goji, and then it's really nice looking on the plate.
I watched it for the first 2 minutes. What?
So it starts off with like a duck, like 2 chickens, half a pig.
Wow.
For the broth.
So they like spend like days just on the broth.
Sure.
And I was like, okay, never mind. So I don't know why I'm talking about this story. I think with tea and kind of like I sometimes relate it a lot to cooking. It can be the most basic materials, which will be a tea plant, and it can turn into a really disgusting part of tea.
Sure.
Or turn into a part of tea that blow our mind. Yeah, and so maybe with cooking the same, I would say I don't like cabbage, or maybe someday I will eat that cabbage. That one I'll be like, I think I changed my mind. I do
I'm
like.
intrigued.
Yeah, I should forward you that video.
We're talking about food awfully early into the session.
Yeah.
True. Always talk about food.
Yep, Ruby 18. Have you tried this one, Steve? This Ruby 18?
I don't
Charcoal
know.
roasted Ruby 18?
Oh, no. I've heard
Cool.
about it, though.
Cool.
That's one you brought back from your trip, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was in the roasting room one day and they were roasting this tea and I was just like,
That's why I didn't think they roasted Ruby 18.
yeah, they roasted. I was like,
Sweet.
I drank it twice already. I liked it, but I hadn't decided to bring any back. And I was in the roasting room on one of my last days that I was there, and I was just like, I have to have some of
It
this
smells
tea.
incredible.
Yeah, it's incredible.
So I see where you're going on the theme. The theme about you wouldn't expect to be a good tea being a roasted Ruby 18.
Well, with Ruby 18, not just because it's roasted or not roasted. It's more of Ruby 18. I think it's a pretty unique tea in the flavor profile.
Yeah.
But I have not been able to find a Ruby 18 tea with a really...
I wouldn't think they would roast Ruby 18 too because the leaves are so fine.
Yeah.
I guess it's very light roast, but
So anyway, after the tornado warning, let's get back to our Ruby 18 tea. I just feel like I haven't found a Ruby 18 that is with a lot of movement.
oh, okay.
Yeah. I do think the notes are very unique.
Sure.
You know, you got whatever, they talk about cinnamon and sweet potato and mint, etc. It is really unique tea. And it's a very pleasant tea. But generally speaking, no matter which lineup of tea, it can be green, oolong pu'er. I love them to have a certain amount of mobility.
Sure.
Either in the mouth, in the body,
Does the
etc.
roasting help that?
At least help it to focus.
Okay.
Roasting, when I first got in touch with the teacher, I said, why do you roast tea? He said it's almost like camera. You make things more focused. And I think there will be a subject that we should touch on, especially right now. We are getting materials now that is not finished tea.
Oh,
And
for Noah?
from Noah, and then the finished tea. Even let's say, of course, we don't do it as good as teacher, but you can see a focus.
Yeah.
Yeah, even with our house oolong, just as simple as that.
Yeah.
There's not because we make it richer and more bold. It's actually we bring in a small amount of focus into the tea.
That's cool.
Yeah, and this one I think it's gonna be good.
Yeah, it'll be cool to see the evolution of it too as
Yeah.
Noah starts roasting more. And
Yeah, with this project, we are extremely excited because currently then we have to try out different charcoal.
are you taking notes? on your tea? Not now, but are you taking notes when you're roasting the tea?
No, I'm not writing anything down.
Mental notes.
Yeah,
You have
there's
a pretty good
there's a
mental hard drive.
It was so short this time. 'Cause
Yeah.
It only lasted 2 days, and I
2
only roasted
days.
two separate
Okay.
teas.
Yeah. It looked really pretty, ruby 18.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Not sure if the camera can see it.
It's a nice guy, Juan.
Made by Kaiko.
Yeah.
Here you go. Smell that. You can drink it or
Oh, yeah.
toast it.
There's a little vegetal going on there, huh?
Let's see. Mmm.
Do we have to go in the basement for the tornado?
I think we're fine.
The tornado warning? It is very windy all of a sudden. This morning I said, what's happening? Sweet soy sauce.
Yeah, it looks good in that pot too. I mean, the guy one too. The color of the tea coming out of the.
Do you
side.
ever taste soy sauce in tea?
No.
Like the texture. I eat a
Oh,
lot
the
of.
yeah, I mean, I do too, but I never really thought about that.
I eat a lot of soy sauce.
Just drinking it.
No, I like to dip anything in almost everything in soy sauce. I mean, not everything. A lot of things.
Do you use tamari soy?
French fries, I still prefer ketchup.
Do you use tamari soy?
Why is it better?
I like it better, but
But I think with some soy sauce or most soy sauce, they add a little bit of
Wheat.
weed.
I don't know why.
I don't know why. I think it makes it thicker because I've noticed that tamari is sometimes lighter. And then like
Yeah, because the one that we got from Dongding is really light.
Yeah.
That home brew
Oh wow.
soy sauce, really nice. Light. So I think
Yeah,
it's pure
it must be.
soybeans. Yeah, only soy. No,
Wow.
yeah, not a big company stuff. Yeah, and really nice. When you dip it, it's not like you eat it. It's not like super salty and just like really light feeling.
Huh? Is it homemade
Yeah,
from our friend?
a friend of his. Yeah.
Friends, friend.
Yeah.
I can't think of his name for a second. Oh, Sue, Mr. Sue.
Yeah.
I have a picture of Mrs. Sue, like right in front of my tea table.
Oh, nice.
Oh, she's.
I told you I wanted to give her a hug that one time after she made the. Do you remember the Dongding traditional they were calling like 3A or something?
Oh.
It was like super soft.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I said I wanted to hug her, and you said I really want to see that. I'll ask her if I have.
Someday we'll try to
Oh, that's lovely.
convince them, right? You see the scent. It's not like there's a mint or anything. The
It's
scent
not going up
has
as far as the other scent, but it's still going up.
yeah, it's going up, and feel that breath.
That's fascinating when the scent goes way up. Shiny. Wow.
It's like melting into your
Yeah, yeah,
body.
that's exactly what it's doing.
like-
Wow. Good job, buddy.
People, this is when tea is melting into my body.
That's a good explanation of what it feels like. Just kind of slowly moving.
Right? It's like so.
It seems to mellow out the. We had one batch where it was just the mint flavor was just coming out. It reminded me of I can't think of the name, like one of the gums we used to chew as a kid.
Like wintergreen or something.
No, I'll think of it as we go on.
Ooh, this
but,
one has mint finally.
Yeah, but it's not like that. I mean, this tasted like the actual gum. beech mint or beech nut or something.
And this is what I mean by tea has to have movement. Just the way it enters the body is kind of like really, I don't even know how to explain that. Just my hand just keep doing this.
That's about it.
But you sense it, right?
Yeah. Right as you were saying it.
I don't need to like make that up. You will feel it, you know, and a lot of Ruby 18 that we drink is very, very nice and very pretty here.
Yeah, but nothing else.
Nothing else. Yeah. Really hard to say that in a podcast.
You did a good job.
And then after I tried this Ruby 18, I was like, that's Ruby 18.
What's the part of Taiwan where it comes from?
Normally it's in a Sun Moon Lake area, so it's like in a more like central part of Taiwan. Very pretty. Google Sun Moon Lake. The lake is thumbs
I've never
up.
seen your pictures last
And
time.
then there's like mountains and stuff. Really nice.
But this one's actually grown in Baozhong country.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's a Baozhong farmer.
Guess who made? Who is the farmer?
So did you said you're a Baozhong farmer?
No.
He's a Baozhong. He farms Baozhong along with other teas.
In the north, and you like his tea too.
I'm not sure.
It's a Lalashan Gaba Hongshui.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
Same guy.
Yeah, same guy.
He's insane, this guy. This farmer.
Yeah.
Oh, the Lalashan is wonderful.
Yeah.
Even the dust was wonderful.
Yeah.
I mean, I brewed it in my Gaiwan too. I did
good.
ice and then the Gaiwan and awesome.
And Lalashan farmer, what happened is he is also a friend of my tea friend. And my tea friend arranged the trip. But Lalashan farmer summed up with his integrity. He wouldn't sell tea to us.
I love that. Yeah. But he gave you some tea though, right?
And we felt totally fine with
Yeah.
it. We just really respect that kind of
Totally.
business. And we say, yes, then we'll buy his tea exclusive through teacher.
Yeah.
And we love teacher anyway. We love to support him.
It's a win-win for everybody.
Yeah, we won't. I mean, it's really hard to like just, you have so many years of relationship and then you found somebody and ditch somebody else. I just don't know how to do that.
It's the American way.
So what we have to do, I always tell Noah, we have to get the business just a little bit bigger and to take care of all the people that we have known throughout this journey, and then to meet new farmers, to get different style of teas. I would love that to happen.
That's exciting, yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, I close it up. So obviously with Sky
no more
One,
tea.
you can do that like a teapot too. Just let it stop right in the middle of the air. Very good.
Thank you.
See how this second infusion plays out.
Oh, wow.
Now it opens, huh?
Yeah,
the
yeah.
scent. Like the first infusion was like really light and gentle and pretty.
It doesn't stick around in the cup as much, but...
Once again, if you guys are vegetarian, or vegan, I sincerely apologize with this.
Here we go.
fat.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
A good
Like porky fat.
piece of stewed pork fat that is no longer greasy. It just you hold it in the mouth and you wish that softness just stay in the mouth, but it kind of just like quickly glide down. And then what this tea is even doing is that sensation go into all the muscles and bones. I don't know how this can happen. And this gets me like super excited. I'm like, I told people I'm obsessed with this black tea, this specific black tea. It feels really good.
Yeah, it feels a lot different than most black teas that I've drank.
Right? Just
Yeah.
like, whoa, that fat just like melting in the body. How do you even do that? I mean, if like it show up in the mouth, it's like, you will get me like super excited already. Because one time I think Hong Shui did that to me. Remember, I was like super excited to brew the tea for you guys in a tea tasting session. Because I was just like, you guys have to feel the fat. In your mouth is melting and no grease whatsoever. This one is even go further. It goes into the body. Oh, very happy. Also brew this long, no problem.
Yeah. Is that tea on the website or is that just, I don't think so.
We only had a little bit. Oh, when we light the charcoal again, you got to come out to drink tea with us. We'll brew you his baozhong.
Oh, okay. Incredible. Is it Nangang or is it just a regular baozhang?
Where is his baozhong from? He personally... Oh, so he had fields in Pinning?
I don't know. Yeah, that was wild growing tea though, so it could have just been like someone's like, hey, you know.
Hey, you want to
Come
make
pick our
this?
tea.
Yeah.
Because he's in Shiding.
Okay, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. And then so...
The lotion.
So, Nangang, Shiding, and Pinning are three actually major baozhong tea production sites.
I didn't know Shiding was.
Yeah, and then Nangang kind of because it's like kind of become part of Taipei, and it's no longer as popular as famous, or maybe the production there's not a lot of quantity. I don't know what happened. It become maybe a little bit industrialized.
It's more metropolitan now, right? It's more like a city.
Yeah.
And it used to be more rural?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but what happened to Pinning is you got to drive up to the mountains and all the winding roads, and so
Yeah.
Pinning maintain
There's some more agricultural.
pretty well in the agricultural part, and maybe there's also, since they're up in the mountains, even though it's not high mountain, it's like probably 600, 800 meters high, they could maintain the farming a little bit more than the places got developed into the city. Yeah. But we got a couple of crazy Nangang farmers out there. They were like, no,
Yeah.
our
Rock and roll.
sister, the real stuff. My forefather started this, man. And then Shiding, as far as I know, it developed into a more like a tourism town. I think maybe they are very famous for tofu or something.
Really?
If I'm not wrong.
A specific kind of tofu or preparation?
Maybe it's like stinky tofu or
Yeah.
something. I'm not sure. I got to go there to take a visit.
I've never had stinky tofu.
It's really
Stinky?
unique. And if you love it, you will love it.
Yeah,
If
I'd like
you-
to. I'll definitely try
If you
it.
don't, you. And it sometimes take a couple of tries.
Sure.
Yeah,
Have you ever tasted it? You've ever been
No.
near it before? The
No,
smell?
no.
yeah,
Is it pretty powerful?
yeah,
Pretty powerful.
yeah.
The first time I tasted it, I had to get drunk before I was able to get close enough
does
to
it
eat
smell
it.
up the whole room kind of food?
Well, you don't eat it in. It's like mostly like street stalls.
food.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you actually smell it when you come.
But it stinks up the whole block. You can say that way.
But it must be really good because the
Yeah.
whole nation is eating it. And I think it's my top number one, my favorite street food.
Awesome.
Just that combo, there's something about it.
What do they serve it with?
Pickled cabbage.
Oh, right on.
It's really good.
And there's
because,
a kind of like garlicky soy sauce they put on top of it.
yeah. Really
This
good.
smells really good.
Now, do you smell soy sauce?
I don't.
Or at least soy? Like soy
I know what you're talking. I can smell what you're talking about, but I've
Sorry.
never like pinned it as soy sauce.
people?
But
If you are listening, this is not important. You don't need to identify any soy in my tea. I'm just more
right.
intrigued.
You can always add your own.
Sometimes I just smell soy milk too.
I haven't had soy milk in a while. I'm intrigued.
But the thing is, you
Oh, the
got to.
mint is coming out more
Huh?
now.
Yeah. Huh? The mild, like the mint is not dominating, just like kind of.
It's making. I can see the gum wrapper.
Everything about this tea,
Yeah, it's.
it just soft, exquisitely soft, and the way it melts into the body is very nice.
There it is.
Are you doing tornado?
I'm looking for the gum that it tastes like.
Oh,
You ever had that?
Oh yeah, I know that. Yeah.
You know that? Beeman's chewing gum.
I will have to. Is it
It's
even
just like a childhood
available?
memory.
Was it?
Is it even available?
You probably find
Yeah,
it
yeah.
still. Yeah.
They also have like the same company puts out like a licorice gum, and they're really like old school, but just really good stuff. That totally takes me back to Beech Nut. Ah, that's what fell.
Okay, the third one will continue with the same theme actually. It's actually Lalashan Hong Shui. But
Okay.
I will say with my inexperienced eyes in the past, when I look at the leaves,
Oh,
so
I know which
maybe
one you're talking about.
yeah, we'll look at it
Slow down a little bit. There you go.
closely.
Kind of loosely wrapped, the
Nice.
loosely rolled ones.
Yeah.
Great.
Not because it's loosely rolled, the leaf look really tough and all.
Let me see.
Like look
Oh yeah,
look
I had that.
like kind of like, oh, those leaves are like the bottom.
Like scrappy.
Yeah, the bottom picking, not the top picking. Feels that way because
Yummy.
sometimes loose leaf roti, like traditionally there are loose leaf roti, so that part can be actually a plus. Tiny roti is more recent, like after maybe like high mountain tea become very popular.
Yeah.
Let roll it tighter and tighter. Actually, traditionally, Dongting tea more look like a tadpole.
Tadpole?
Yeah.
They say the shape is like a tadpole, so it's not very tight.
Okay.
Yeah. But you look at our traditional like a lot of times it's not very tight actually compared to high mountain tea.
I saw it this morning.
Cool. So this one more like I will look at the leaves and say, oh, this is like really old leaves, and this is like also very old leaves, Yeah. And also feels like the leaf feel old because it feels very light. Because older leaves, when it's like too much fiber, then in exchange the result is it feels lighter too. So in the old times I was like, oh shoot, this is not gonna be a good tea, or like maybe a tea that you brew it just a few times and then there will be no flavor because the leaves are too tough, too old, right? Totally changed my mind with this crazy farmer too. AKA our Taiwan Santa Claus. Thank you so much.
But it's interesting how his last batch was not like that.
Not at all. Yeah,
Not at all.
Yeah.
So when I actually received this, I opened the bag. I was like, oh my god. And then of course, since it's a new tea, I didn't know how much. I always try stuff out, and the first trying is like, there was not much flavor. Oh my god, what am I gonna do with this tea? You know. And then second try, I decided to put way more leaves in there, and boom, really good tea. Yeah, and really nice feeling too. That's the thing.
He must have hired a different team to do the rolling. There's no way it's the same people. I don't think, because the tea it's before it was rolled pretty tight.
I remember.
Yeah.
I've had both of them.
And that
more
one
than
was
both.
really good too.
Yeah.
That's the thing. The first batch that we have was, I think we still kept a little bit.
Yeah, we do. We have some
Good.
stashed away.
Yeah. Maybe just a little bit opening should be okay.
Yeah, me.
Good.
Yeah.
You still have some of this tea, right?
Not anymore, but I had a bag of this. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you drank it up.
It's been a while, but yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Tea is for drinking up.
I agree. There's some that I drink slower than others, but like the Laughing Buddha, I'm trying to stretch out the rest of the bag. But
When you brew the Laughing Buddha, you must be in a pretty decent mood then.
yes. Yeah.
Try the tea when you're in a, maybe don't then, when you're in a bad mood.
If I'm in a bad mood, I won't drink one of my better teas. You know, I'll drink something basic that I know I can deal with. It just feels like it's wasted if I do that. If I drink like a really good tea, from experience.
The tea was very, because the thing is, when I'm in a like not a good mood, I thought I would brew a easier tea, and that tea, since it's like fruity, it's like one of the like Hong Shui tea can be one of the teas that you know, like during the COVID time lockdown and stuff is stressful, but this tea somehow always will show up no matter what in a different ways to give me comfort. And so I thought Laughing Buddha is maybe like one of the kind of like sweeter, fruity kind of teas that maybe will still give me that if my mood is not as good. And so one day I was angry in a not as good mood, and I brewed that tea, and it totally like tied up. You know, I was like, oh, this tea is not as friendly as I
I think
as I thought, man.
the charcoal dong ding is friendlier. Like that one I have really good.
Interesting.
I can brew if I'm not like in the best mood, and and that will just put me in a wonderful mood.
Charcoal dong ding.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
I should try
the way
that.
you were talking about it from like last year, that was like my go-to tea.
Oh, cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
my go-to tea is Hong Shui. And then so I like second infusion before that, I like,
Yeah.
you know,
And
and
all
I
starts
thought,
to come together.
no.
Oh, it didn't really. Start over.
Well, you can fake it.
Yeah, I know.
When I'm in a bad mood, I'm in a bad mood for a long time.
Maybe ground yourself a little bit. Maybe.
Yeah, I did. I thought, you know,
Yeah.
a couple of those, and then I tried again, and the tea is still like tied up.
It's like
I was like,
wah,
wow,
wah.
that tea is very
Responsive.
Yeah, observant.
Yeah.
And the thing is, with his tea, it's always like that. That farmer's tea can really
Furry crab,
detect my emotions too well.
laughing Buddha.
And
We
then
had
the
Tianguan
He's a free crab farmer.
Take one in from him before, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was
that one,
that
the
was
one
my
that make
favorite.
you
Yeah,
go
that was
into a
like
zone.
psychedelic tea.
So yeah, his tea very powerful and can be really beautiful and can be really difficult. I love his tea though. It's wonderful challenge for me.
Have you met him?
No, he's in Yunnan. I would love to
Oh, he
go
lives
up
in
there.
Yunnan. Okay. But he's a Taiwanese guy, right?
Someday, when I can travel again,
Yeah, right.
boom, I'm there. Don't stop me. Well, first stop will be Taiwan, 2 years. 2 years already.
Is it really?
Yeah, because we went in August.
Of 2019?
Eh.
Wow.
Yeah, and then we are planning to go back in 2020.
Yeah.
And then 2020, that happened. So now I'll just patiently wait.
That's all we can do.
Well, I guess you get impatiently wait.
Yeah, of course.
True.
There's that.
That was me when I was in quarantine in Taiwan, impatiently waiting
I
to
don't
get
know
out.
how you got through that.
I watched so many food shows of people just
Yeah.
going around Taipei and eating stuff.
Eating
I was like,
stuff.
that was like
Pacing
2
around the
blocks away
room.
from my hotel room right now.
Can they? Would they deliver?
They can, yeah. But some of
Yeah.
the places is like it was like beef noodle soup, and it was just like it's gonna taste bad by the time it gets here. I'd rather just have a really good experience when I get out. But there are some things
Yeah.
that I ordered in, like
Also,
Oh, I saw
cold-
your little rations you were getting.
I was getting the the rations, but I did
that
order
enough food?
chicken rice, which is one of my favorite things, and it's cold.
Hainan chicken.
It's like already, it's like poached chicken,
Yeah,
so it's not a problem to get it. So I ate that a couple times. It was really
Okay.
good.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's really good. That thing is really good.
Yeah,
I
and-
tried to cook it once.
it's hard.
Not bad result, but it takes, for my skill, it takes a long time.
You can get really good one in Vancouver.
Oh, I've been to Vancouver in
Yeah,
quite
we
a few
can go to
years
Vancouver
now.
now. Maybe
Can we get in
but
yet?
I think we might be able to,
But you have to show your vaccination card.
and maybe
Probably,
a
yeah.
test as well.
Positive or negative.
Yeah.
You're okay to go get chicken rice.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
As we slowly start talking about food.
Yeah.
I know.
Big.
They go very well together.
So we are changing the strategy with this, is to maybe do a day trip to Bellevue and explore the Chinese food in Bellevue area
Yeah.
Is
rather than going to Vancouver.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
what's the Taiwanese place that was there facing east or
Oh, facing east, yeah.
Yeah.
are they still open?
Did we go there?
No,
together?
Jennifer and I went there one time.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
it was
cool.
great.
I'm not sure.
People lined up before the restaurant opens and stuff, and
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know if they're
the
still
door
there or
opens
not.
up and
Not been there. Been in. I mean, like Bellevue for a long time.
yeah, I try to stay away from Bellevue, but no offense. Thank you.
I can smell the
Love.
yummy scent.
Oh wow,
Right.
I forgot what we were drinking for a second.
But I think the flavor is opening up too. I don't remember is this fruity. But now it's like muy fruity to me.
Yeah. Wow, that's lovely.
You just don't want to stop, right?
I know. See, that goes up
That
further
goes
than
up,
the other
right?
one.
The other one is actually today more gentle. Maybe I feel like today with a guy one I couldn't keep the heat. Noah is much better with guy one brewing to keep the heat. In
Also,
the,
I don't talk very much.
yeah, he just keep brewing.
I just keep brewing
yeah,
it.
With
And
guy one,
with
I
a
think you gotta
podcast, you
do
can't
it.
really do that,
Of
right?
course.
I know.
But with a guy one, you have to be pretty fast.
Yeah, not enough heat. Even this one is not enough heat to me. So let's bring back some heat into this tea. I like my tea hot.
I've been using my guy one a lot more lately. I took her a long break from it, but it's the perfect brewing vessel.
Yeah, guy ones are.
Yeah,
perfect.
it really is.
Perfect. I would say he's really good. And I still practice more with teapots. Yeah. I like the energy to be more centralized.
Yeah, there's
And-
definitely a difference.
Huh?
I mean, there's
Yeah.
definitely a big difference with some teas, but
With a guy one, it's almost like you can't disturb it the same way you can with the wrong teapot.
yeah.
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 Which
Yeah.
is exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also that I feel like the tea, when the bigness show up from Gaiwan, is actually really good.
Yeah.
Like the broth is like just boom. And then the teapot is more like, it's actually more centralized, and then a little bit more variance is happening. But with Gaiwan, you can really see how big a broth they actually can get. And that one, it's very surprising to me. Yeah. But I think the thing is, you know, with a podcast, also, even when I brew tea, I just randomly talk. And Noah like brew tea and never talk. It's just like, and you just have to drink it fast, which I think is essential actually for Gaiwan especially. Yeah, because Gaiwan doesn't hold heat as much as, even with teapot today, I let it cool down too much. Yeah, because I just keep talking.
The teapot is the podcaster's vessel of choice. That or we tried this once when we were in Portland last time, a boiling pour tea. Just boiling it in a glass kettle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, from Jen's, she has a beautiful glass teapot.
I saw that in a post from Essence of Tea. They were doing something like that.
Oh, cool.
And it almost seemed like they were brewing like leftover teas and stuff.
Yeah, if you have like dust, you can just boil it up in on the stove. The reason I want to try it is because I was drinking pour with teacher, and he's like, you know, if you boil this one up for like a couple hours, low temperature, it'd be like 10 times better.
Couple hours.
That's what he said. Yeah, like for a long time, and then low temperature, like low.
Like a simmer.
Yeah, not boiling too hard and.
Heat up, you guys.
Just a whole new beast, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like when we did the lao, or some kind of banjang.
Banjang. Because he said that's old school style of pour tea. Not all tea necessary.
Old fashioned way of making
old-fashioned
more
pour.
oxidized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And we boiled it up. It's like, dang, it's like elixir of
it's good.
heaven. You know?
And it's not
Syrupy?
bitter. Yeah.
No, not bitter, but yeah,
No.
thick and really warm feeling.
I imagine. And it doesn't overbrew?
It didn't. I mean,
No, I think also the
quality of the tea.
ratio
would be important, huh?
I don't think with that water amount per tea ratio is not like the whatever this way. You know? Yeah.
Yeah.
But the energy show up.
It's great.
Yeah,
I
very,
imagine.
very interestingly it show up.
What was crazy to me, we put it in a thermos after we brewed it. And every time we poured it out of the thermos and drank it, it tasted a lot more like freshly brewed tea than you would expect it to. Like if you just brewed tea from a pot and then poured it all into a thermos, it tends to like go stale a little bit.
Okay.
This way it didn't. It felt like it just stayed like freshly brewed
Stable.
for like hours. Yeah.
Interesting.
But that could be a good way to brew it for the podcast. You just talk as much as you want, and then you got a big pot of boiled tea on the side. Just drink it up.
Maybe like set up a mahjong table and
Yeah,
start to play mahjong.
That's great. So many different ways to drink tea.
So many different ways. When you say that sentence, I always think of that silly song. So many different ways to die.
Oh, yeah, Kong's favorite song. Yeah,
I don't know that.
I think it's Dumb Ways to Die.
Yeah,
Something like that.
dumb ways to die.
It's a song?
He probably learned it on YouTube or
many
something.
dumb ways to die.
Yeah.
And something by hit by a truck, run through by a train, run into a fire.
He's a morbid child.
I saw a girl wearing a shirt today that said, "Love is war."
Oh, don't even bring that.
I was stumped. I was like,
It's okay. My son's shirt says life is peachy.
I like that better than "Love is war."
Love is war. Maybe they're talking about like couple relationship.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it was a nice shirt, and it was part of the design, like going down. Oh, you brewed that strong. Oh, there you go.
There you go. Huh? More heat.
Yeah.
And see the sand just keep coming up. Wow. It's amazing.
Wow. That's moving.
The Ruby, I think, was doing this. This one was like, very good. I have all sorts of body movements to move my tea into my body. That's good.
Wow, I didn't brew mine that strong. That's nice.
But did I brew it strong, though?
I think it's not strong, just a lot of tea in the pot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I feel like this tea, if you don't put in enough, it doesn't have enough. It kind of feel like not, well, it just feel like not enough. Yeah, and then there's a fine line of, and the thing is, it's not even that much. Since the leaves are so crazily loose and big, I don't feel like actually per weight I put in that much leaves. I should actually weigh it. I never weigh my tea, so. And with that, this kind of amount, it just, the tea will show up, almost never fail.
It's doing it.
It's like the way it moves, super pretty. Is it even on?
Yep.
Yes, good. Sometimes I just can't tell. Today I seem to have some trouble to keep the heat in my tea.
Maybe it's too windy.
Can be.
Looks like it's slowing down a little bit out there.
I actually thought about that, the wind. Also, I mean, for sure, weather obviously have a way to impact some teas and sensitive teas especially.
I think big wind is the most dangerous thing because it means like the pressure is changing so much. It can be really unsettling for tea.
Yeah, and I remember vividly that really weird wind when before that big fire happened in Washington State in the 2 summers ago.
August of 2020. There was a big wildfire and it was like right after a huge blustery windy day.
19.
2019?
I think
I think it was 2020.
Sure. 2020.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we were drinking charcoal tea outside in quarantine after.
Almost every Monday,
Yeah.
and it was just like beautiful experience every single time, and then we're like so inspired about it, and we're just like we got to really find time to light charcoal up to brew tea. Even though we are not very good at it, just the energy showing is very different just because we light the charcoal to the water, and we're just so excited, and every tea just like have something more to give. And then one Monday, and it was just a weird, and it was sunny, very good weather, but like there's a weird wind happening, and we kind of feel like strange about it. And then later it's like there's like really weird smell like garbage. I was like, where did this
the
one?
incinerator smell from the fire, yeah.
Where did this? Is that our garbage is so stinky? I mean, it is sometimes there's compost, right?
Of course, yeah.
And then we brew the tea, and the first tea just sucked. It was so bad. I was like, oh, that's disappointing because it was so good before. And then we tried the second tea, and it was totally not doing it. And the whole session was just like, oh, today is not gonna do it. And the soon after the afternoon, that red, slightly orangish color start to kick in, and the next day was like, oh, this is not good, and then it lasted for a whole week.
I know what you're talking about, and I remember that now.
That one. It was kind of like...
It smelled like a garbage incinerator, and like instant headache.
Oh, okay.
And
but I kind of
like
feel like...
thick air.
Something, how do you use that word? Omen?
Omen?
Bad omen, yeah.
Like it's like happening in the air, like kind of feel like not right.
Yes, there's some
There was
weird
super
stuff
negative
going
energy
on.
going on, yeah.
Yeah. And then they watched news that the whole town was burned down or something, like really severe burning.
Did you remember brewing tea during that time?
I don't have any recollection of that, but I remember like, having to close the windows in the house because it was smelling like that inside, and just horrible smelling.
Oh, I thought it was our garbage can.
Yeah, I mean,
Probably
Detroit
also.
has a big incinerator, so there's a certain distinct smell of burning garbage, and that's what it smelled like to me, just like that, and
Huh.
like nothing positive.
And then I remember also one year, summertime, I was doing tea tasting in Portland. And the first teas were all okay. People like it or not like it, but they could taste the tea. And I think everybody was good with that. And then we started to hit high mountain tea. All the flavor disappear.
Really?
I was like, what the... And I was like, no, this has flavor. And then very wonderfully is Anna showed up a week before that, and she tasted at least 1 or 2 high mountain tea here.
Okay.
And she's like, yeah, it did have flavor before. I said, okay, good. It must be the weird thing, that is happening. Like,
it definitely affects it. Yeah.
it's crazy. Totally are we totally past the time?
No, you're good. just making sure that everything is looking good over here.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, so weather has a huge impact in tea.
It seems it has an effect on certain teas more than other teas that I've noticed. Like the aged Dongding, the cask.
Oh,
that one sometimes.
It's hard to brew.
I've had some really wonderful sessions with that, but I've also had some that, like, weren't as wonderful. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if it's when it's the sunnier day or the rainier day. I haven't really pinpointed which it was, but...
Dongding, I don't know. Dongding seems to be...
And some Tai Kuan Yin, I had that with the same feeling with that.
Roasted Alishan, I like it in rainy day.
Duly noted.
And then Yunnan Tie Guan Yin, sunny day, please.
Oh, that tea's wonderful, yeah.
Just wonderful, beautiful, sunny day. Hong Shui, I don't know.
Seems like it's pretty stable,
Hong Shui seems to be pretty stable tea. Yeah, both farmers, the Lalashan and the Lalashan.
The Dongding traditional seems pretty stable to me.
Yeah.
What we got miss is Sue's energy behind it.
She's
I
like
think
the
that's
most
the one
stable
tea that I've
person.
brewed the most of yours. Is probably the Dongding traditional. Which it took me a couple years to really figure that tea out. It didn't, when I first tried it, I didn't understand what the hype was. I remember Doug was always like, "Oh, I love that tea." Everyone loved that tea, and I did not love it, but it didn't really blow me away.
Yeah.
And I don't remember like when it finally did blow me away, but
What happened?
I don't really remember. I just started buying it more.
But what happened? What shows up like? Maybe
just the flavor. That fruity flavor that comes out in Dongding, like usually after the second or third infusion.
Shows up.
Yeah, it just, yeah.
It's kind of an understated tea compared to like High Mountain Oolong or something like that, right?
Well, I used to drink like High Mountain in the morning, like to get me going.
Yeah.
And then since I was drinking it during the day, I didn't want to be drinking High Mountain all day long, so I started drinking Dongding in the morning. And I noticed like I wasn't feeling as alert as I was normally, and then it just seemed to like one day just clicked. Which is kind of weird.
And
but
then you get that alertness too?
yeah.
Oh, good.
And
good.
now that's what the tea that I drink every morning. So occasionally I'll drink charcoal Dongding.
Because Dongding for me has a lot of energy.
It does. I'll eat breakfast and then for the charcoal and then drink the charcoal. But and I've started my day with the Laughing Buddha a couple times too, and that's
That's good, huh?
oh, I could take on the world. Yeah, so wonderful. Yeah, I don't want to get in the habit of drinking it every day though. It's
No problem. But later we'll give you the dust.
oh, okay, sounds good. Yeah.
Laughing Buddha dust is good. I drink the dust here and after lunch, grandpa style.
It's dust, but it's kind of just like broken up leaves. It's thicker than dust.
Yeah, I know.
And
Yeah,
that's-
it's thicker than the broken parts of a leaf that I don't want to sell it to people, so I just drink it up and give it away too. And it will just keep going, this tea. With this amount, like
Yeah, there's a lot.
yeah, it's not.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it just
Wow.
So you see, I assume it's olives, and it wouldn't yield much brewing.
Oh,
and it will
that's
just
the infusion right there.
Oh, good. Maybe we should do one more just because you
Yeah,
said
yeah,
it.
definitely. Wow.
So fruity also, and
It's fruity and a lot of movement in that infusion.
It's actually a kind of not strong tea, not like those like heavily roasted teas that you can feel the power right away. But if you really sit down with this tea,
it creeps up on you.
it's like, dang, this tea is really strong. Actually, no, I think this might be our strongest tea. No.
Wait, what did I say?
The
Lalashan?
charcoal dang hung pao.
Oh, the first.
Yeah.
That one we I think we have like 1 bag or 2 bags.
I've been having some really good sessions with that tea, but that tea, it's the caffeine input, the caffeine.
That tea's really caffeinated, yeah.
Because it'll hit
How
me like an hour
weird,
later and just be
man.
like, whoa.
I don't think I ever said this is our strongest tea, but I think the energy on this tea is the biggest out of any non-pour tea that we have. Out of all the oolongs that we have, the energy is the biggest.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Not the strong
Okay.
whatever. It's the energy component.
Yeah.
But it doesn't feel that way though, because the tea is like
It's not like
sweet.
dongding, right? Because dongding, you immediately like, dang, that's a potent.
Oh, tea, yeah.
It just hits you, and you're just like, yeah, I'm like really on dongding right now. But Lalashan, there's something about the farm and the
Is it the
energy
high
in the
mountains?
farm. It is high elevation as well.
Yeah, high elevation.
But there's just like a certain amount of wideness of the energy that just like
Also,
it
it's
feels
kind of-
encapsulating,
It's also like wild grown, like
Yeah,
basically just like
Yeah.
the farmer just left the tea to do whatever they feel like.
Yeah.
And that kind of energy is very interesting. And that's actually what teacher like about this place, right? That's what he said, right? The earth is
yeah.
very special about his teas.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he said the Lalashan
ouch.
farmer is that farmer is very
Remember you saying that, yeah.
very good at
Skills.
at his craft.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, I bet his plants are really good too.
Yeah, old bushes as
All
well.
bushes. Yeah.
I'm thankful for both of them.
Yeah. Totally. One more time.
Yeah, right?
Lots of great.
How do they do that?
I think you got to own some. You got to own some crazy personality. Serious. This is not easy. I mean, we roasted the tea 2 days, and we're like, maybe we don't roast it at nighttime just to get some sleep.
It's so exhausting.
Yeah, I imagine.
Yeah.
And then they just like
And that's what they do. Every single tea that we have in the shop, there's no tea that we have in the shop that they aren't staying up all night to make it. Yeah, it's the only way to make tea. Because once you pick it
Yeah.
off the plant, you have to keep going.
yeah,
You know.
yeah.
But people are working really hard to make these teas.
That's
Yeah.
why you have that picture of Mrs. Sue where she's sleeping in the room with the tea and stuff.
Yeah.
and,
Yeah. She got to because you burn the tea like one
Yeah,
crop.
I already burned one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
It seems like it's pretty easy to do. Yeah.
yeah we he said there's smoke inside.
Because you gotta be able to, especially if you're not using a thermometer, you have to be able to feel the temperature, see what's right. And I'd never done it before.
Can you get one of the thermometers that you just kind of
You can, but teacher doesn't use one, so I'm not
Oh,
gonna use
okay.
one
No,
either.
no thermometer.
Yeah.
just buy?
Yeah,
But
but
once you get a feel for it, you realize like, oh, that really is too hot.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I went back to feel it after I'd spurned the tea. I was like, okay, now I know what too hot feels like. You know.
Can you smell it on your hand too? The difference?
I just smelled directly into the tea.
Yeah.
Because that's the way that I learned from charcoal master teacher. But Mrs. Sue does use her hand. She
Yeah.
smells her hand.
yeah, she smells her hand.
But she has a different style of roasting. She
Yeah.
she touches it more often.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
Does she do any charcoal, or is it all?
She does.
Sometimes
From the
Filming.
the
I thought
footage.
so. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was always confused about. I saw her.
and we might
lighting
still
it.
have the tea
We do.
somewhere.
Yeah, we do. We
Yeah.
have the charcoal roasted tea from Farmer Sue. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, she is tough. She is tough. She like does everything.
It's awesome.
Yeah. She cook, she do laundry, she do tea process. And I always tell her to, like, when we order the tea, and she will do one more roast for me, and I just say, hey, no hurry, just take your time. Today you have time, is do it during the daytime. Don't wake up in the
she's
middle.
up at 2 in.
Yeah, don't wake up. She was like, oh, your tea, last night I already did it.
At 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's okay, just go get some sleep. It doesn't matter. Just like you
Plenty
can
of
do
time to sleep.
Please. Yeah, really tough lady. Also the bags of tea that they can live.
Do they have kids?
I feel, yeah.
But they're
3,
not-
I think.
Are they not involved in the tea processing?
I have
Wow.
not met them once. I met Farmer Chen's kids.
And Farmer Chen's kids are making tea now.
Tea now, yeah.
That's the Baozhong?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Baozhong
Yeah.
farmer.
It's great.
Cool.
And one kid seemed to be really interested.
Good.
Yeah. And
He's
very,
he makes good. He made the farmer's choice this year. It's
Okay.
really
Yeah.
good.
That was good.
I'm
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
happy to see
Yeah.
that. And then the farmer that we no longer work with, the what is it, the
Tie
Muzha
Guanyin.
farmer.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
They try to bring the kids in the processing as well. So hopefully the son pick up some, but they live there, so that's.
Try to find a really good taekwondo next time.
Oh, we try.
so hard.
Is
So
it really?
hard.
Yeah,
It's
it's so
like
hard.
The price. Yeah, we asked the teacher, like, you don't have Muzha Tie Guanyin, do you?
He doesn't have any? He must have some. Wow.
Maybe aged that he has from a
That
long time
long time
ago, but
ago.
there's
Oh, okay.
no fresh, no new
Really?
tea. Yeah.
Yeah,
He
no,
just doesn't
no,
buy it
like
anymore.
2020, 19, whatever.
Wow.
Tea. Yeah, and since I met him, I never see him bring that Muzha Tie Guanyin. So finally, I asked, like, do you ever carry Muzha Tie Guanyin? He said, not for a long time. Very hard to find a reasonable, like, it's not that he's buying cheap tea,
Yeah.
obviously. Like,
But he's got to resell it and
yeah, he got to touch it up and resell it, and he's like, that's like, yeah, forget about it. Yeah, basically. And so his Tie Guanyin is from Yunnan.
yeah.
And then sometimes then Mr. Lai's Tie Guanyin is from
Anxi.
Anxi. I don't see Muzha Tie Guanyin in Mr. Lai's place either.
I still have some of his.
Oh, you still have that one?
I can't
Oh.
drink it, but I still have it.
That
Oh, the
one.
Yunnan Tie Guanyin
Yeah.
from him.
Yeah.
But do you have the old growth Tie Guanyin?
No.
Oh,
Anxi Old Growth Tie Guanyin.
yeah, Anxi, yeah.
That one was not as hard to brew. That Yunnan Tie Guanyin from him was hard to brew.
One time I nailed it though. One time. So happy. I guess once a year I will nail the tea.
I don't have patience for that.
Oh, his tea needs patience. Way more
I've
patience.
had, that's the only tea I've had trouble of his brewing.
Ah. Now it's fluffy. Like marshmallow in the mouth. You see, today I cannot keep the heat in the pot, even in the pot. Wow, very interesting phenomena.
Maybe I brought that energy with me.
The cooling.
Yeah. It's chilly outside too. I wonder if that has anything to do with it.
But inside feels temperature was okay.
It's a little chilly.
Maybe it's you.
Yeah, like I said, yeah.
I just feel like today none of my tea is very hot. Very like but the pot feels hot. The cup feels not hot at all. Yeah. Because normally I can get it like even temperature wise I can get it pretty hot. And I prefer it that way too. Today I kind of like whatever the tea, if it's like the way it is, that is the way it is. Don't push too hard.
Don't fight it.
I think that's the tea is teaching me. Relax, woman. Chill.
Chill.
Yeah, too strong a personality. Good tea, good session,
Word.
good friends. Excellent. Come back and do this with us again.
It's a deal.
I keep inviting people to do charcoal tea with me.
Hey, we should do that.
We should do that.
Really
Maybe
should.
get Johnny Boy over too.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah.
Drink charcoal tea in the shop.
Yeah.
Just keep the window open.
Yeah. I kind of want to get a tabletop one, the small one.
Oh yeah, people use those in their houses, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, small to
In
keep
China, they use
Yeah.
charcoal to heat the house. I mean, there's more
But
open
there's
to
more
nature.
open.
Yeah, the
In
construction.
More oxygen, yeah.
Yeah.
This we might.
Yeah,
work.
but if we keep a window open, we'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because those really good. With,
What are those things called? Brazier? Or
Brazier.
Brazier, yeah.
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 Just get a small one.
Get a small
Tabletop one.
At least keep this with that energy also, and for me to heat up, to open the tea.
Can you put the pot right on there?
Yeah, I'm super into that, but I need this is not enough for me to open tea. And so what happened with the teacher is he had brazier this white, and he set the metal thing inside,
Just put it
and
right
he
in.
put the teapot, the kettle, and then this right next to it. He probably saw the photo somewhere.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
And then the thing with that's why we also want to do charcoal roast tea. Electricity roasting tea is not bad at all. If you're good at it, it's actually really good tea. But when you so right now we all use our face actually to feel the heat of the roasting pot actually, or stove. The radiation feeling is very different. And so with this, the heat feels not wide enough. It's a lot of heat, so I couldn't set my hand on there for too long. And then with the charcoal heat, it's not hotter, I don't think so. But it's just there's a fullness about that kind of heat element. It just it reached to a lot of places. And then this reached to only a certain spot. And then if I do it this way, sometimes I feel like the heat does go in. It's a compromise, no problem.
Sure.
You just find a way, right? Sometimes it drives too much moisture into the dry leaves when I first try to open. And some tea I feel like they don't like it. I couldn't explain. Maybe just intuition can be way wrong, but I just have that kind of intuition that it's not the heat that the tea prefer. That with that kind of moisture inside of the opening. So
I can see that.
yeah, well, some tea I feel like okay, and some tea I feel like no, dry heat for sure. Yeah, so that's why I kind of want to get a small brazier here to just practice in opening up tea, especially aged teas, and pour.
Sure.
The one day I'm gonna nail pour.
You can do it.
Cool. So that's it. We'll see you next time.
Alrighty.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you.